Hello everyone and welcome to Dr. Anum AI. I am Dr. Anum, a PhD scholar and computer science specialist. On this channel, we decode the complex world of artificial intelligence and explore how technology is reshaping our future. Let's dive into today's video. Alright, get ready for the ultimate architectural showdown, biology versus silicon. We're going to dive into one of the most fascinating comparisons out there right now to really see what makes each of these systems so incredibly powerful. So, in one corner, you've got the human brain. I mean, talk about a masterpiece, right? Billions of years of evolution all packed into this incredibly efficient and creative machine. And in the other corner, its digital descendant, the artificial neural network, or ANN for short, the absolute engine driving modern AI. So let's see how they really stack up against each other. The inspiration, architecture of thought. But where did this whole idea of artificial intelligence even begin? Well, to get that, you have to go back to the original blueprint. And that blueprint is us. It's the human brain. The entire concept of AI is, at its core, inspired by the very architecture of how we think. And right at the heart of that inspiration is something called the artificial neural network. Now, what is that? It's basically a computing system built specifically to mirror the biological networks firing away inside our skulls. The whole point here isn't just to build a faster calculator, right? The real goal is to create a machine that actually thinks in a way that feels, well, familiar to us. So, how does this whole mimicry thing actually work? Well, the key thing to understand is that both systems, the brain and the ANN, run on the exact same core principle. They both use this huge web of interconnected nodes. In our brains, we call them neurons. In the software, they're called artificial neurons. And here's the really cool part, the magic, if you will. Both of them learn by making the connections between these nodes stronger or weaker, all based on the new information they take in. Key similarities, the power of connection. Okay, so because they have this shared foundation, it leads to some pretty incredible similarities in what they can actually do. Let's take a look at where biology and silicon are basically in perfect sync. If you look at it from a high level, both the brain and AI have the same basic workflow. It doesn't matter if it's your brain seeing an apple or an AI looking at a photo, the process is pretty much identical. Step 1, they get some input from the world. Step 2, that data gets crunched through all these complex interconnected layers. Step 3, they produce an output. That could be a decision, a word, an action, anything, really. And this process, this shared workflow, gives both of them a kind of superpower, phenomenal pattern recognition. I mean, they can sift through massive amounts of messy, chaotic data and just pull out the hidden signals. So for a kid, that's like instantly recognizing their pet cat in a photo they've never seen before. But for an AI, it could be spotting a tiny tumor on a medical scan that even a trained human eye might just miss. It's incredible. The big difference is where they diverge. Okay, but this is where the story takes a sharp turn and gets really interesting. Because for all the things they have in common, the brain and the ANN are fundamentally different beasts. And you know what? Understanding these differences is absolutely crucial if we want to grasp where AI is headed. First on the list, energy efficiency. And let's be clear, we're not talking about a small difference here. It is a massive, gaping chasm. Okay, check this out. The human brain, it's just a miracle of engineering. It does everything, thinking, feeling, creating music, you name it, on about 20 watts of power. To put that into perspective for you, that is less power than a dim light bulb. It's almost unbelievably efficient. And then you look at the other side of the coin, training a big AI model. That takes megawatts of electricity. We're talking huge, sprawling data centers that burn through enough energy to power a whole town just to get one system up and running. So, yeah, the efficiency gap isn't just big, it is absolutely astronomical. Alright, so beyond just power consumption, the next huge difference is in how they actually learn. And this is where you can really see the brain's millions of years of evolutionary head start shine. Just think about this for a second. A little kid can figure out what a chair is after seeing what, two or three of them? They just intuitively get the concept. It's got legs, a seat, a back, and from then on, they can spot chairs they've never seen before. It's amazing. But an artificial neural network, to get to that same level of accuracy, it needs a massive data set. It might have to chug through thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of pictures of chairs, all neatly labeled. It learns by brute force repetition, not that human like intuition. And all of this really brings us to the most fundamental difference of them all. This one goes right down to their basic architecture. It's about the relationship between the hardware and the software, the machine and the mind. So here's the core divide. In your brain, the hardware and the software are the same thing. They're fused. The physical wiring between your neurons, that is your memory. The structure is the software. But in a computer, they're totally separate. You've got a processor that does the thinking and a memory chip that does the storing, and these two different parts are constantly sending signals back and forth. A powerful partnership. Who really wins? So, after looking at all that, we have to come back to our big question, right? In this showdown, who's the winner? Biology or silicon? Well, the answer probably isn't what you think, because the truth is, framing this as a rivalry just misses the whole point. It's not really about which one is better. It's actually about a powerful partnership where the strengths of one perfectly make up for the weaknesses of the other. I mean, just look at how they stack up. The brain is the clear winner when it comes to things like creativity. So, the ideal relationship here is totally symbiotic. We let the AI do all the heavy lifting with data, all the number crunching, the pattern finding, that tireless analysis it's so good at. And what do? The human brain provides everything the AI lacks: context, ethical judgment, and most importantly, the direction, deciding which problems are even worth solving in the first place. Conclusion. And that really leaves us with the most exciting question of all, doesn't it? When you combine the raw power of silicon with the wisdom of biology, what's the next great challenge this incredible partnership is going to solve? The possibilities really are just limitless. I hope you found this video insightful. If you're passionate about AI, healthcare technology, and professional research, make sure to subscribe to Dr. Anum AI and hit the bell icon for more expert insights. Feel free to drop your questions in the comments below. See you in the next one. Stay curious.